2023 might be over, but which TV series ended as the greatest of the year? We're going to look at it. Screen Rant has listed the top 15 best TV shows of 2023. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. Unfortunately for us, 2023 wasn't a great year for watching TV series. We didn't watch that many. That's going to change in 2024. We're going to go all out. We're going to be pretty much watching anything that's available to watch. But for now, we kind of have to take the word of these websites. We have to take the words of you guys, because we just did not see that much shows ourselves. So I thought this would be a good way to see what we missed, perhaps, and see what we could go back and potentially watch if any of the stuff on this list catches my eye. So we are on Screen Rant. We're going to look at the top 15 best TV shows of 2023. Now, I'm not sure if this is down to like ratings or the quality or the viewership, or maybe it's just the author's preference, you know, their 15 personal choice best TV shows of 2023. Not entirely sure, but we're just going to look at it, we're going to break it down, and we're going to see if there's anything that we did watch on this list. Probably Mine's MC will not be on it, because only a small portion of people enjoyed that. Even the people that enjoyed it didn't think it was good, so, you know, I doubt Mine's is going to be on this, but let's have a look, let's get into it, let's go. Coming in at 15th, we have The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. You can watch it on Prime Video. Features Rose Graceling Moore, an evergreen lead editor. Okay, the fifth. It's the fifth season of a show. Just looking at it, it doesn't look like anything I would have interested in. Proving that a female-focused series doesn't need a love story to have a happily ever after. In fact, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel starts with the end of a romance. It's the 50s house where it's a show. What? No, I don't. A show based in the 50s about some housewife that. I don't know. No, that's we're going to skip that. I'm not going to look too much at that. Poker Face coming in at number 14th. I think so. Natasha Lyonne is no stranger to TV or newcomer to lead. That said, Lyonne finds a new home at Peacock, where she led Ryan Johnson's Poker Face to much fanfare. Gives a top to what is again. This doesn't look very interesting either. I'm not actually upset that I missed the majority of these shows. I've not even heard of these two shows. I know there's a lot of shows that came out in 2023 that I didn't watch, but I know of them, I've heard of them. I haven't heard of any of these, but again, that looks like another one that we're going to skip. Doctor Who. I've never been a fan of Doctor Who. If you like Doctor Who, then great for you, but I personally do not. So, I know David Tennant was in that show with, what's her name? Jessica Jones. I thought that was decent. I thought, I'm normally not a huge fan of those, like Marvel series, but I thought that one was no bad. But nah, I've no interest in watching Doctor Who. I'll take your word for it. If you think it was the 13th best show, then that's up for you. Coming in at 12, we have Bluey, which appears to be, it looks like an animated show based on a couple of dogs. I don't want to watch an animated show. I mean, I've got dogs. I can walk dogs. I can talk to dogs, real dogs. I don't really want to watch an animated show, you know, based on dogs. I don't really get it. Maybe this is for animals to sit and watch, but I think when you watch TV shows, you kind of want to, like, kind of live through the characters in a, like, alternate universe that you can't perhaps do in real life. Like, for example, you look at Sons of Anarchy and you see Jax Taylor and he's this, like, fucking badass biker guy, and that's cool because you can't exactly do that in real life, or you'd end up dead or in prison or something like that. But why would you want to watch animated dogs? I mean, if you're over the age of, I don't know, 10, I'm not for me. Yellow Jackets. I've heard a lot about Yellow Jackets. I was going to actually watch this show, and then I watched the trailer, and it didn't really catch my eye. And then there was also, I believe that it constantly jumps from, like, the past and then the future, and like, there's all these, like, time skips, and 1 minute you're in the present, and then the next minute you'll have an episode where you're going back like 5 years ago, and I'm not a big fan of that. I don't mind, like, the odd flashback, but when you're constantly jumping from, like, past and present, that doesn't really interest me, and that's the main reason why I didn't watch this. But I know it got a lot of good reviews, I know it got a lot of good ratings. Maybe it's something I need to check out, something that I could potentially, you know, give a chance. So I think it's on its second season. I think season 2 came out in 2023 and season 1 came out in, 2021 or 2022. I mean, it's definitely something that I might check out, but didn't watch it in 2023. Number 10 is The Fall of the House of Usher. It's a Netflix series. Not too sure what's it about. Doesn't really interest me. We've got a bunch of people sitting at a table here. This article isn't very good at giving you a description of these shows, is it? Mike Flanagan's final outing with Netflix sees some of his greatest filmmaking, storytelling, and a nightmare-inducing horror elements yet, as he tells the tragic tale of the Usher family and their downfall in the name of corruption and greed, harking back to the harrowing, familiar themes present in the Flanagans' The Haunting of the House. 2023's The Fall of the House. Usher explores the corrosion of the family unit and intergenerational resentments and the loss of humanity that comes with obscene wealth and unchecked power. Perhaps one of the more politically and socially resonant Mike Flanagan outings is criticisms of fast wealth, legal corruption, moral decay and pride as it relates to generational trauma are poignantly, chillingly driven home through his ever-compelling horror lens. Sounds alright, to be honest, but no, I didn't see that either. Silo, coming at number 9. I did see the trailer for Silo, and I was actually going to watch this, and I probably will watch this, because I know there is a Season 2 coming out, so this is a show that I am going to be watching, even though Season 1's already out. I'm going to watch it, going to review it, and if it's good, obviously if it's not good I won't, but I'll check out a couple of episodes. If it's good I'll review it, and then we'll check out for Season 2 on the channel. It did get a lot of good reviews, so and I think the concept of, I believe it's these people and it's like a post-apocalyptic world and they are trapped in some sort of like underground facility and they can't go outside or something because the air's non-breathable. I think that's what it's about. It sounds intriguing, you know, we'll check it out. Silo comes in at number 8. Number 9, sorry. Number 8 is Gen V. I believe this is a spin-off of The Boys, and I thought The Boys sucked. The people that, I don't know, I'm not going to say anything in case you like The Boys, but nah, man, for me, The Boys fucking sucks, and I'm not going to watch a spin-off on it. Coming in at number 7, we have Inside Number 9. I mean, this just looks shite. It's a British TV show. Nothing comes good out of British television. There's very rare good things that come out of British television. British television absolutely sucks. It's not good. And that is one thing that they are lacking in. You look at, like, I think Britain does okay in, like, they do okay in, like, horror movies, like, straight to DVD. You've had some good British horror movies over the years, but in terms of, like, TV series, I've never seen anything good come out of the UK. I haven't actually seen anything good come out of the UK. So, definitely not checking that out. Coming at number 6 with Blue Eye Samurai, which, I guess it's a TV series based on samurais. Doesn't look that interesting. It's an animation as well. I'm just not a fan of animations. I think animation is for kids, isn't it, really? At the end of the, no, come on, let's be real. Why would you want to watch animated characters when you can have a live action, like real actors, real actresses? Why would you want to watch cartoon? I don't get it. Not in a movie for me. No, I don't. I'm just not a fan of animation TV series or movies, so that would be a no for me. Comment number 5, we have Beef. I did hear a lot of hype about this. Obviously, Stephen Yeun, who played Glenn in The Walking Dead, he is the lead in this, and I believe there's something to do with him and his wife, and maybe I don't know what it's about, but I heard it was pretty good. Maybe we will check it. I don't know. But it seems to have all these different elements, all these different genres, like comedy, drama, thriller, so, I mean, it might be worth watching. I did enjoy Glenn in The Walking Dead. He wasn't one of my favourite characters, so I probably will check it out, but I don't know. I'm not going to commit to it. I don't know if there's going to be a Season 2 either, so we'll see if there's a Season 2, then I might watch it. If there's a Season 2, then if it's not a Season 2, then probably not. Reservation Dogs comes in number 4. I don't know, it doesn't really look that good to me. Looks like a bunch of fucking nerds, doesn't it, really? We'll just skip on that. Number 3, we have Succession. This article is really poor. I was hoping that it would give us, like, a quick description of what these series are about, but it's not. The author here of the article is basically just giving their opinions and what their views on the series without actually giving a quick description of what it's about. So therefore, I'm looking at all these images and I'm having to make a guess on the images and the names, and just based on what I'm seeing here, this doesn't look that interesting to me. It's a bunch of guys in suits with some fancy ties. I mean, what do you want me to do with that? You know, I can't do much with it. Coming in number 2, we have The Bear. Now, I did hear Dan the Man reviews. He watched a lot of mines. He reviewed a lot of mines. Go check his channel. Pretty cool guy. He said The Bear is the best show that he's watched this year. He said it was way better than The Mines. Apparently, it's about some guy that owns a restaurant. He's trying to make the restaurant successful. He's trying to keep the restaurant afloat. I think a TV series based on a guy that just owns a restaurant, I don't see how far that can go. Obviously, you could be a restaurant owner and then something else happens to you. Like, you know, like Rocky Balboa. He was a restaurant owner, then he stepped in the ring with Mason Dixon and he started throwing punches. That can work, but when the sole premise of the show is you want to make your restaurant successful, I just don't see the excitement coming out of that. You know, I just don't see it. I don't. Apparently the acting's good. Apparently it is very entertaining. I might check it out since Dan the Man said it was good. But no, I mean, come on, a guy that's trying to make success of his restaurant. I mean, how can you watch multiple seasons of that? I would rather watch I'd rather watch like a reality television show. If I'm going to watch a show based on a restaurant, I'd rather watch Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay because, you know, it's a lot more entertaining, it's funny, you got challenges, you got people that are contesting for you know, a big money prize, whatever, and a restaurant of their own. I just don't really see how you can watch a TV series that's got like multiple seasons of a guy who's just trying to make his restaurant a success. I mean, I guess there could be side stories. He could maybe get into trouble with the law or get into trouble with criminals if he borrows money or whatnot, but apparently it's not about that. Apparently the entire show is about just this guy trying to be successful in his kitchen, and I fail to see how, you know, that can be a great show, but I might watch the trailer. I might check it out. It is also on FX, same network as the Mayans MC, so who knows. And moving into number 1, I've got a feeling it's going to be The Last of Us. Kind of has to be. Yeah, it is. So The Last of Us, you can watch it obviously on Max, HBO or whatnot. Based on The Last of Us video game, I would have to say probably one of the greatest video games in the, well, is it, how old is it now? It's like over a decade now, isn't it? So I can't say the last decade. I'd say it's one of the best of all time, actually, especially for its genre. When you look at like the adventure or post-apocalyptic world, it is a fantastic video game. I don't think the series, now we did watch this, did review this, I don't think the series kind of captured what the game had. And I was never going to, because there's just some games that, you know, if they do get adapted into live action, you're never going to capture the magic that the games have. You know, all you can hope for is to do it justice. And I actually think The Last of Us did the game justice. Now, was it perfect? Absolutely not. When you look at the casting, you can tell this show was 100% woke, and they showed that from the get-go. How many characters did we get that were blackwashed? We went from having a lot of white people to having no white people. The only white person that we were allowed in the show was like the cannibal pedo. So that goes to tell you what they think of white people. You had Joel. He wasn't white. He was Hispanic. Joel's brother, who was white, he was Hispanic in the show. Joel's wife, who was white in the game, she was black in the show. Tommy's wife, who was white in the game, blonde, blue eyes, she was black in the show. There was just so much. Joel's daughter, for God's sake, Joel's daughter, who I actually thought did a good role in the show. But you see in the video game where she's like white, blue eyes, blonde hair, and they changed her to be black in the TV series, and that was, they pretty much done that with every big character. I mean, the only one that didn't change, apart from the pedo guy, was Tess. And she dies like 2 episodes in. Spoiler alert, guys. She didn't even last that long. So, yeah, I just don't get it. I don't like that. I mean, I wouldn't, if there was a game and it had a majority Hispanic cast, or a game that had a majority black cast, I wouldn't want a TV series to come out and replace all these people with white actors. And not only would that never happen because there would be an absolute fucking outcry, but I wouldn't want that to happen. You know, I would want it to stick to the game. It's like, I remember this, they were potentially talking about having Metal Gear Solid come out as a movie or a TV series, and they were going to have it in Japan, and they were going to have an Asian guy playing Solid Snake, and it's like, no, you can't fucking do that. Solid Snake's not Asian. Right? This is a legendary character. You can't just change his race, okay? And that's what they're doing with Joel. I thought it sucked, and I don't think the Ellie casting was good either. I think she'd done a good job, but she just didn't look anything close to Ellie. But we know why she got the role, because she's one of those transgender bender people, so of course she got addition to it, but she didn't make a good Ellie in terms of the looks, and I mean, it is what it is. We'll see what happens, guys, in Season 2 of this show, but that's number 1 on the list. I'm not surprised. I thought it was the best show of 2023, and obviously so did Screen Rant. Anyway, that turned out to be a wee bit of a screen rant on The Last of Us, but yeah, no, I just don't like the constant changing, and I was speaking about British television earlier. I've noticed British television does this a lot on like documentary, like drama series, on like the royal family, kings and queens, like from like 400, 500, 600, 700 years ago. They bring out these like series and they have the queen as black, and it's like, no, the queen was never black. When was the Queen of England black? You know, this never happened, but they're trying to rewrite history. It's like if they made a TV series based on Rosa Parks, you wouldn't change Rosa Parks. You wouldn't make her white. You wouldn't make her Hispanic. You wouldn't make her Asian. She was black, so the actress that would play her would be black, because that's a historical, true story. So why are we changing it? Why are we changing it, guys? You tell me. Anyway, that's it. That was a bit of a rant there, but we're on Screen Rant, so it makes sense. We need to rant at this stuff. But yeah, The Last of Us, I thought it was the best TV series of 2023. So there you go. Me and Screen Rant. For once, we actually have the same opinion here. For once, I guess. A broken clock is right twice a day. Catch you next time, guys. Till then, though. Peace.